What is going on? And we're back here with the SML stock market with your host, Dump. We're going to take a look around the league and talk about buying in on the SML, who's up and who's down. If you didn't watch the launch trailer of this in the primer episode, each week that we record this, we're going to take 3 people or items that are up and 3 items that are down. We're not just talking about winning and losing. This could be trades. This could be chat. This could be the most random things you ever heard. Whatever I have to talk about. 3 up, 3 down. Maybe some weeks we have more than 3. But for this week, the official SML pilot episode, we will stick with 3. Now, I want you to understand this. This show isn't to bash people. This isn't personal. It's a lighthearted show. So if you're on the down, you'll be on the up and up again. It's all for fun. It's all to create some content for our league and keep things rolling. So here we are. Let's start off with the first one on the up and up. I'm going to give some love to an OG, a guy that has been down a lot in the SML. And this season, maybe this season only, he's up. And that's my boy, Tiny Titans. Right now, he's leading the division 7-5 with the Washington Commanders, which may not seem very good, but for Tiny, leading the division, looking for the playoffs, that's pretty good. I just recently played him, quarterback Jaden Daniels. That guy was electric. Not to mention, he's not an easy division. You got AJ, you got Matt, you got Mike, 3 OGs of the SML. So these guys know the game, they know the SML, they know the competition, they know Tiny. So hats off to Tiny for leading that division. Next, let's go to the boy wonder, the new next best thing that is taking the league by storm. The Buffalo Bills and Eddie Hertzler Jr., we may start calling him. Buffalo Bills, 11-1, top of the AFC. Got a great team. Obviously, we know Josh Allen is doing his thing. He's just coming off a 1-point win over Bomber, who is a lot of people's favorites. Other than that, not a super tough schedule, so I want to say Eddie, it's still TBD. I got hope for you. I think you can ascend and make a run of that AFC. There's no clear-cut favorite in the AFC. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty balanced league. A lot might say Dan, but he's got to go take that thing. It seems like he may have been going backwards since season 1. So, Dan, you got to finish the deal. You do it every cycle. But we'll talk about that later. Speaking of later, let's just talk about it now. Houston Texans quarterback on a tear, Jay Larson. We know Dan, traditionally not a passer, but right now he's one of the tops in the league in passing. This guy, Jay Larson, 3,300 yards, 40 TDs and only 8 picks. Highly efficient, and not coming from a passer. That's impressive to me from Dan, and I think that just goes to show the rest of us, maybe we should all be slinging around. If Dan can do it, anyone can do it, right? I'm just kidding. Dan's a great player, and hats off to him for adapting his game this cycle and playing to the strength of his team. We know the Messiah knows the game, so like I said, Dan, this is your year. Go make a push for that Simbardi. Now, let's get to the other side, the downside. It may be down, but it's not completely negative. I like talking about this side because also I can give some tips for improvement, which leads me to my first person, Johnny, the Minnesota Vikings. My man, you remind me of a young Dump. You're a gunslinger. You're leading the league in passing almost every year. Lance Boss. Great young quarterback. 40 touchdowns, 3,300 yards, but 21 INTs, man. I'd say that's the downfall of you right now. You sling it around, but you throw too many picks. And my words of advice, Learn from OG Dome, because I was in your same shoes, thinking I had to get 20 yards every throw, chuck it around, be that gunslinger, and you can still do that, but it's okay to take the check down. It's okay to throw the ball away, play the next play. It's even okay to take a sack sometime. Also, your running back, he's pretty good. Superstar or X Factor, he's got jukebox. Hand it off a little bit more and learn to play some defense. Switch it up. You can't just be giving up 50 points a game and expect to win games in the SML. Next, Trey Benson, literally and figuratively down. This man is still leading the league in rushing with 2 less games played by almost 300 yards, and he has 23 touchdowns. That's all fine and dandy, but them regular season stats ain't winning you some Barty soda. Wear and tear is a thing. Next year, when he comes back, don't forget that. Spread it out. Maybe sub in a running back every once in a while. You need him the whole season to make a run. I promise you that. Trey Benson is different. I had him in the primer. He is a game changer. Just don't abuse that during the regular season. And last, someone like to address with the league that's down. Something that has made the SML great in the past. SML shows. We need to bring that back. We need everybody to contribute. Prime cannot be the only one making shows. It's not that hard. As I sit here on my 10-year-old MacBook and I make a show. I take 10 to 15 minutes out of my day and I get it done. And it'll get you points to get you a better team, right? So, I know we got Prime that makes a lot. I know we got Bomber who makes a lot. We need more people. We need Tiny and Meats. You had a great show idea. 2 episodes? Let's bring one back. I know you're busy. Carve out a day soon. I'd love to hear from that podcast again. That is great. And I know we got some smart guys in here. We got some techie guys in here. It's not that hard to figure out OBS and contribute to the league. The more shows, the more talk, the more headlines, the better this thing is. That's what makes the SML the SML. So I challenge some of you guys. I'll help you out. I hardly know OBS. Or Bomber can help you. I'm sure he'd be glad to help you out. He's another guy that carries the league in making shows. Mad Bomber. DM one of us. Get it set up. Get a co-host. And it doesn't have to be you're making shows every 2 to 3 days. Make one every other week. It's not that hard. You can make a little time. It makes the league better. That's all we got for today. Hopefully we can continue a strong season. We'll get to the off season. We'll definitely have some ups and downs in the off season. Make sure you try not to be on the downside. That's it for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Dump out.